Let's do one more together. Maybe they just hallucinated this. They wanted it so bad. Mary sees what she thinks is the gardener at first. Then, oh no, it's actually Jesus. No, Mary, it's the gardener. You're just alone, and you want it so bad. If you want it bad enough, you can imagine almost anything. So she's by herself. Who can fact check this? There's a bunch of these, by the way, from people who wanted Jesus to be alive and were alone when they first saw him. Why would we believe any of these folks? They all want it so bad they could have imagined it. I think James Paul's felt the same way, his brother. But then we get to Paul, and that's a problem, it seems to me, because although Paul is the only one to see Jesus on the road to Damascus, I don't imagine Paul wants this to be true. Yet he still sees it. Then we have a bigger problem. We have groups of people who see the risen Christ at the same time. Look, if I told you I had a dream, and I was driving a car down Mulholland, and you said, yeah, it was a Tesla. How do you know that? A red Tesla, ragtop, beige ragtop, it was down. How would you know that about my dream? That would freak me out, right? We don't have group dreams, okay? Those kinds of things are called memories. And here's the problem. We have a number of people who are reporting the same thing and saying it for many years in the future as a group. Are they having a group dream? That's the problem with this. And they're in different locations, in different groupings. Here, for example, we have the disciples at the sea. There's 7 here. I can't even get them all on the same screen, so I'll give you 5 plus 2 over there. Here we got, for example, the upper room. We got no Thomas, we got no Judas, so we have 10 here in the upper room who are seeing the same thing at the same time. Then Thomas rejoins the group, so now we have at least one episode where we have about 11, but maybe more, but about 11. Some of these are hard to tell from the wording in the Gospels, exactly how many people are there. For example, on the mountaintop, is this just the disciples, the 12? Is this the larger group of disciples? Let's just give it at least it's the 11. How are we getting a group dream at 11 deep? This is my favorite of all of them. Look, this is the ascension of Jesus. Even if there was no resurrection of Jesus, and all you had was he had a ministry life, and then at the end of the ministry life, he said to everybody, okay, I'm now going back to the Father, and he ascends into heaven in front of his disciples. Would that not be enough for you? I think it'd be enough for me. That alone would make, I'm in. If you can do that, I'm in. You want to see it? I bet you if you saw this, if you're a skeptic, if you saw him rise into heaven, you'd be in too. I can demonstrate that. If you want to see it right now, I can have it happen for you. You ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Whoop, there he goes. There should be nothing but believers in the room, right? And how many do we have? We have at least 11 here. Then we have that episode in 1 Corinthians where we have 500. I'm going to try to count these for you. It's not going to be easy. There's a bunch of these guys. I can't count them all, but I can add a few on this. There we go. Now we're good to go. My point is, if you thought this was all just an imagination, a hallucination, how would you fact check this? Well, you would go back, right, to the tomb, because there should be a body in the tomb. The problem is you're seeing these things and there's no body in the tomb. To me, this has to roll back to some kind of deception, some kind of lie. And you already know why I don't believe that. This is why Peter tells us, look, we're not making this stuff up. We're just telling you what we saw with our own eyes. John says we touched this. This is eyewitness testimony. So is it possible that they imagined it? Yeah, anything's possible. I just don't think it's reasonable.